What is up, guys? EJ here, aka PuckBond007, and welcome to the Movie Reviewers 100, this great collaboration channel here on YouTube that I'm proud to be a part of. So this week is Colin Farrell week, and over the years I haven't heard many people say they're really a fan of Colin Farrell. I certainly don't hate him as an actor or a person. I've always liked him in most movies. Yeah, but sort of indifferent on Colin Farrell. Alan yesterday did a great review of SWAT from 2003. A fun movie, kind of stupid in parts. I watched it. I happened to watch it a couple of weeks ago as well. But the film I'm going to talk about today also came out in 2003, and that is The Recruit, directed by Roger Donaldson. Prior to this, he directed the First Species movie. Then he did Dante's Peak. Big fan of Dante's Peak, one of my favorite disaster films. 13 Days from 2000, which is a really good film. Probably his best, actually. And after this, he went on to direct, most notably, The Bank Job with Jason Statham and Saffron Burrows. But The Recruit, of course, stars Colin Farrell, Al Pacino, and Bridget Moynahan. Colin Farrell plays a MIT graduate, a brilliant young man who's sort of developed this software program for hacking into various broadcasts and making it its slave. It's nicknamed Spartacus, and this piques the interest of CIA recruiter Walter Burke, played by Al Pacino. He approaches Colin Farrell to join the CIA and train with them. Farrell at first blows him off, saying, isn't the CIA just a bunch of old white guys sitting around the room doing nothing when we needed them the most, sort of alluding to the events of 9/11. But eventually he bends to Al Pacino's advances, because Al Pacino may or may not have information regarding the death of Colin Farrell's father, who mysteriously died in a plane crash in South America, in Peru, I think. So Colin Farrell decides, why not? He'll give this CIA training a go, if you like. When he gets there, there's an interesting moment where he looks on the wall at Langley, and all the fallen officers of the CIA have stars on the wall. They're just noted by a solitary star, and below is a little sort of, I don't know, it looks like a book, sort of under glass, and it has a star next to each year that these people died. And he knows that his father died in 1990, and there's a solitary star next to the year 1990, so we assume that signifies his father, and that obviously his father worked for the CIA. So from there we go on to the CIA training. They're given tests in a classroom, then they're given sort of physical tests, combat fighting, mental acuity tests, sort of word association type of stuff, and then they're sent into sort of the field, this place called the Farm, a CIA training ground, and there they do more practical things like surveillance, how to pick up a woman in a bar, avoid capture, and that's the number one rule that Al Pacino tells these recruits: don't get caught. And then there's a scene where Farrell gets caught by these sort of Eastern European thugs in black leather jackets, and then he gets put in a cell. He gets tortured for hours, days seemingly, and he eventually gives up the name of his superior, Walter Burke, played by Al Pacino. And this is a test as well as all the other previous tests they've taken. Everything is a test. Nothing is what it seems. So after this, he basically he fails. He washes out because everybody fails this capture and torture test. But then Pacino approaches him again because he's actually selected Farrell for a special mission. He is the the blackest of black ops, if you like, called the NOC, NOC. I forgot what it stands for, but it's the guy who's sort of off the books. Nobody knows about him. He's the most secretive of all spies. The top of the heap, if you like. And he basically chooses him because he's a scary judge of talent. That's Al Pacino, one of Al Pacino's sayings throughout the film, that he's a scary judge of talent. And his first mission is to actually work at Langley in the CIA building and find out who a mole is. There's a mole there who's apparently stealing some high-tech cyber computer secret that could force the U.S. back into the Stone Age, etc., etc. Any kind of device worthy of that always turns up in these type of films. From there, the movie sort of goes downhill, in my opinion, because it gets really kind of complicated. There's like double agents, and I don't really want to go into it. I do like Colin Farrell in this, but this is probably the third or fourth time I've seen The Recruit. I liked it a lot more when I first saw it. And even though Al Pacino goes way over the top at the end, that's sort of why I sort of hold back this time around. I didn't like it as much this time around. Al Pacino's performance is just way out there at the end of the film. And yeah, the second half of the film, it sort of goes off in a weird direction, in my opinion. I do like Colin Farrell as an actor, like I said, and he's decent in this, playing the sort of good guy role. Kind of tough, kind of aloof, and he has some good chemistry with Bridget Moynahan in some scenes. But it's not his best film, I'd say. I've liked him in a lot of other films, especially Tigerland. Loved him in Daredevil. Films like In Bruges, he's great in. Horrible Bosses, he was hilarious in. So yeah, he's a decent actor, not the best, not the greatest, but I certainly don't hate him. So that's Colin Farrell, The Recruit from 2003. Make sure you check out all the other guys' videos this week. Thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see ya.
Bond. James Bond.